Yeah, I'm getting this error, Arvind. So let me try one more time. See, move or commit them before full.
Okay, 1 second. Oh, again somebody has pushed the code. One second, give me access.
Yeah.
Radhika, can you delete the target folder?
Folder itself, I had to delete.
No, delete that. You'll get a delete option.
Yeah.
Bottom.
Yeah, deleted. Arvind.
Delete. Click on delete.
I think my network is.
No, try again, Radhika.
Yeah, got it, Arvind. Thank you.
It's pulling, right?
Yes, yes, Arvind.
Okay. Okay, fine. So anyone, any questions, doubts? And I've given access to all of you to record also. You can just record the session. If you want, anyway, I'll send you the recording as well later. Okay. Before we start, any questions, guys? Any doubts? Okay. So today, guys, we are going to conclude. Yeah.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, sure. Tell me.
For Selenium, how many days it will be, sir?
Okay, Selenium will be very fast, Shravan. So it will take another 10 hours of session max.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Arvind,
Yeah.
sir, we don't have access to record.
Is it? 1 second.
Yeah.
Try now.
Yeah, it is working now.
Yeah. So after Java, we are going to start the next part is Selenium only. First, we'll start with the test engine, and then we'll start Selenium. Okay. And for APM, I will have a separate batch for them, so it will start on weekends for APM. Okay. Yeah. So now last class yesterday we discussed about the text file. So today yesterday also we discussed about the property file. I gave in some assignment. I don't know how many of you tried. So in case you have tried, let me know. If not, try again, and again next class you can show me. Okay, today we'll see about INI, XLSX, Java Faker library, and arrays, list, and map. This is what we are going to cover today. Okay, so it is very easy. Okay. So now let us start with the new class, and I'm going to start with INI. So INI, to use INI, so Java, using only Java library, you cannot do that. So we need a third party library. So for that, we are going to use a library called INI4J. Okay. So let me search for that. You have to go for MVN repository. Okay, let me go here and search for MVN repository. Okay, so here I will be searching for the, 1 second.
This is Maven repository, right, sir?
Maybe in repository. Here I have to search for INI, correct, 4J. So this one INI 4J you need to take, and the 0.54 you have to download. This is the last. This version is 2015. Since then there's no updates, but still it is relevant in today's market also. They have not updated, but still it works. Okay, I'm adding the dependency here. So after adding, you just need to click on import. Okay. Okay, now let us see how to read that file. Okay, so first we'll create an INI file, right click, new file, and I'll just give as a data.ini. INI is an extension, and I'm giving here, yesterday we saw property file, right? So it was like key and value pair. So in INI, it will be like title. First we like to, like, for example, test case 001, and then key is like URL, and value is HTTPS :/www.google.com. Got it? So like this, we can store the key and value pair. And you can advantage is we can have multiple test case data. So for test case 1, test case 2, you might have google.in, right? So like this, you can have a different data set and you can have multiple lines here. So for example, like search is what you want to search. So search is equal to, so automation jobs. Okay, so jobs, so that is a search result. So similarly, you can also write here in the next line, and like for example, you want to search for iPhone. So these are different test data to test, right? So like this, you can store the multiple data in a single file. That is the advantage of INI file. So let us learn how do we read that. So let me create a new class, and I will just make it as read from INI. In read from INI, so I'm going to have a main method, and then I'm going to read that. So for that, again, I need a path and all. So yesterday we learned about the path. So let me take this path. Okay, now we have to give the file name, like data.ini is a file name. So I just need to change this path to data.ini. So ini is an extension. So in this, we are going to store it. And now I need to give the path. Like yesterday, we have used file buffer reader, file input stream. You can use file input stream also. File input stream. So input stream. Okay. I have to provide the path, and then I have to import it. So import the class, and I have to declare that in a method signature. So now I need to read from it. So FIS dot first, before that, I need to create an INI4J file object. So INI and INI is equal to new INI. Okay. So this is the object of the INI. So it is imported here. So next is INI dot
Sir,
load. Oh,
can you increase
tell me.
the font size, sir?
Okay, sure. 1 second, sir. I will make it. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now INI dot load. So in this load, I need to provide this object reference. Okay, I'm passing the reference of this input string, and then still why I'm getting error. So I need to add the exception to the method signature. So now, if you write ini dot load get object. So first one. So you have to pass two parameters. One is the object name and the object option name. So here what I should do, I should give the test case. What is the first thing? So I think TC001 or whatever, 2 I'll go. And then I want to search for the another key I have to provide, that is URL. Okay. If I provide this, automatically it will return me the value. So let us see what it is. So value is equal to this. Now value. See, it is able to read the value. Clear, guys? So this is how we read. So now, as an assignment, you need to create a reusable method. Yesterday I showed you how to create a reusable method for the another class, right? So similarly, you need to create a reusable method for this in the generic. Okay, in the generic, you need to create another method for reading from INI. Okay, that is the assignment for this week. Clear? Any questions on this part, guys?
So can you explain me this read from INI file input stream FIS we are taking? This is for reading the path, right?
Huh.
And then INI, we are creating a new object of INI. So
Correct.
what is this INI used for?
INI is a class for reading the INI format.
Okay, INI format only.
Right.
Okay, then dot load. We are loading that FIS in this object and then string value INI dot get. So here section name is test case 002, and why we giving option name URL?
So this is like this key and value, right? So this is
Okay.
section, this is option. So you have to give the two, then only it will give you the value.
And what about this one, search and all?
If you want same thing, this one and this one you have to provide.
But we are giving URL, right? Not this
Whatever
one.
data you want, you can give here. You want search, you have to mention search here. Got it?
Okay.
So now you got a search result.
So we can give n number of parameters over there.
Absolutely.
Section name, option name. So what else? For an example, if we want to give URL also in this, adding this URL, so we have to give option name over there, comma option name.
No, you don't need to type this option and section. It is a feature of IntelliJ.
Okay, just URL.
You
Just
just
URL.
provide the keys, like two keys you have to provide. The rest automatically it will populate in the IntelliJ.
Can you just add the third key, that is the URL also, just above before that search or after search, anything is fine.
This one?
No, there only in the same
But it will not
string
take.
line.
It will not take.
It will not take, is it?
Only this method will accept only two parameters.
Okay, it accepts only two parameters.
Right.
Okay. So then in that case, if for an example, if the INI file has a lot of parameters, then how do we pass this
The
particular?
reason comes that is the reason you need to go for reusable method.
Okay, reusable methods.
Wherever you want, you can call that method, pass that value, deal is done.
Okay.
Clear?
Yes, sir. I think we can use.
Arvind, reusable method was discussed late in the class yesterday, is it? Because
yes.
I logged off 10 minutes before. So.
Yeah, I have discussed in this class. You can look into it. Okay, wait, I'll create one and I'll show you. So for example, I want to create a method for this reading the data. So here, see, get value, I can give same name and I need to give different parameters. Again, a method overloading. Here we will give the title and then key. Okay. Key. So now here what I should do, so I should provide the path. Okay. And the file name is data.ini. Okay, data.ini. So now rest of the things I will copy from the code what I just wrote. I'll take this one. Okay, and instead of writing the exception here, I will try to handle it. It's always good to use a try catch and handle it. Okay, and then catch and then exception. Okay, e dot print status. So I'll just remove this and I'll create an object of the string value is equal to null. And then, so this value I'm going to keep here. And then I'm going to return the value. Return the value. So if I hard code this every time, I'll get only the result of this. So I should use for any data, right? Then what I should do? I should replace this with title and this with key. So whatever user gives, based on that, it will fetch the data for us. So now if in case I want to use that, okay. So let me show a simple flow. Let me do one thing. Let me take this for the real scenario of example of Selenium. So Selenium example. So in this example now, so I need to write the code like this. So I want to read a URL. So what I'll do, first I'll write string URL is equal to generic dot get. I can either use this or this. The first one is from INI, second is from property file. So both are method overloading, same name with a different parameters. So now we are discussing INI. I'll go with INI. So I want to give the test case TC. I'll just I'll take this. Okay, and then what is the one I need to search for? URL. Okay, this will get me the URL. And then I want to search result also, right? String. So what we can do instead of writing this way, I'll write you. I'll give some string equal to search. So instead of creating string two times, both are string, we can also write like this. If you go back, write like this. So in one string, you can also store two values because both are string, right? You don't need to again and again refine it. So now first one will extract the URL, second one will extract the value. So now what I can do, I will use Selenium. So I'll write WebDriver manager. Manager. So WebDriver dot Chrome driver dot create. Okay, I'll write WebDriver. Driver is equal to this. Okay, and then I will be writing if driver. Okay, so sorry, I'll write driver dot get URL. So I have to pass the URL. So which URL you pass, that will open. So I have the data. So that is getting from the file. So then after opening the URL, so I want to search. So let me go here. I want to search this. I want to search on this element. So anyway, after this Selenium test ng, you will be learning the same identification of elements and all. I'll be taught. Okay, now this is an web element, and here you have a name, and these are attribute and values. So I'll just take this name value. I'll write driver dot find element by dot name, and I'll give the value as q and dot send keys. And I'll just search for the search I want to search, right? Send key is a method which will type actually. So I'll search. So I'm searching for iPhone. After searching, I can press keys dot enter. So if you do this, so now programmatically it will search. See now? So I think you might not get anything now here 100%. So yeah, in just one or two class, you will get everything. See, it is able to search.
I think to get hands on, the best way is to practice a lot, right? Arvind?
Absolutely. Night and day you have to practice for.
When we see this, feels like we understand, but when we try to write on our own,
Yeah, it all comes with practice, regular practice. At least half a day, sorry, half an hour, 1 hour daily. If you do it, that is more than enough.
Did you post the assignments, Arvind, somewhere for to cover so that it covers the topics that you taught us till now?
I think yesterday. Okay, wait. Wait. I'll do one thing. I'll create one new assignment. Okay. I'll do one thing. I'll create one new file. I'll put all the assignments. Okay.
Yeah, I think if we try to do that only, it will come.
Okay. Now, yeah, it is too early. Just wait for 2, 3 days. So next class and all, you'll be like rocking. So take home. So many more assignments are yet to come. So level 1 I have given. So, okay. I'll also give final assignment also in advance. So this is completely Selenium, using Selenium with Java you have to do. This covers 18 assignments. If you do this, then you are the master in Selenium. You can do it. You will be doing it. You might be laughing now, but definitely you will be doing it. You will not trust it. You'll just do yourself. Everyone, all of you will be able to do it. Even mobile automation engineers, for them also, the similar assignments are given on different apps. So they'll also get complete hands on that. For the similarly for API testing also. For each and every level, I have an assignments I'll be giving to you all. So this is a level 2. This level 1 already I've given. So level 2 and level 3 is also there. And few more assignments I'll be giving you on when we learn the topics in Selenium. So that will enhance your complete. So this, if you do it, this all together, you will be covering around 30 to 40 assignments, more than 35 to 40 assignments. So this will give you a lot of exposure towards Selenium and Java basically. And you can crack any interview, guys. This, if you solve this final in one, right? Done. So you can easily crack any interview. I'll push this anyway.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Okay, now you got it, right? So how simply we just reduce the lines, right? Instead of writing every time. So you can see that Afzal, I think you got answer, right? If you wanted to read a two different data, just call the reusable method and supply the key and value, you will get the data. Got it, Afzal?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So this is how
Just
we can
passing
make.
the different values at different
Sorry,
methods, different value and different methods. Like, the parameters we need to change the
correct. Method remains same,
the
but
method remains the
parameter,
same.
yeah, parameter changes.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is about a simple example. This is how we use in real time as well. So if in case you want to read from the property file, same you will be doing, and there you will not be giving the title. You'll just give the key and it will get the value. Okay. You can either use property file or INF file. Property file generally we use to keep our configuration files. Okay. Property files and INF files generally we use a test data to store. Okay, that is how it is. Guys, give me a 5 minutes. I'll be back. Yeah. Okay. So now we'll see the next scenario where we are going to read from the Excel file. Okay. Excel is again, we are going to use a third-party library for Excel. So for Excel, there are two type of Excel file formats, guys. One is .excel, another one is .xlsx. If it is a old format, that is like if you are say it's a very 2097 format, I'll show you. If that is the case, then it is a XLS Excel, and if it is the latest format, it will be XLSX. So everyone will be using the latest one now. So let us see how we are going to use it. Okay, now let me go to MB and repository. So first we need to go and understand what is that. So I'll be using Apache POI. So Apache POI is a library. So Apache is basically you will be hearing this very frequently henceforth. So Apache is a software foundation actually. It is from a open source community. They develop a lot of open source libraries for the community of software. So we will be using a lot. Maven is also from them. And then POI library, which we are going to use, that is also from them. Like that, so many libraries they develop, and that will be very useful for the testers or developers. Many people uses this. It's one of the best thing in the market. Okay. So I have one library called POI that is for Microsoft documentation. So you can automate any Microsoft products like Excel, Word, PowerPoint, okay, Outlook, anything you can automate. Okay. So means you can read and write. Not only read and write, in our scenario, we use it only for reading and writing, max reading only. So in some other scenario where you want to change the color, font, whatever you do manually, right? Everything you can do with automation. Okay, but in our scenario, we are not going to take up that. So now, if you visit this website, this official site, poiapache.org. So this is where you can find more details on Microsoft APIs automating them. So you just go to the component API, and here you have a Excel, HSSF and XSSF. If you click on this, then you have a quick guide. If you click on the quick guide, you will get the lot of sample code to write, how to do whatever, like creating a new workbook, creating a sheet, creating a cell, everything you can do, coloring, font changes, whatever you want to do, you can do with the help of this. And here you can see in the top, it supports these all, like you can see here, Excel, HSF, and PowerPoint, Word, Outlook, Visio, Publisher, everything it supports. Okay. What is this HSF and XSF? HSSF stands for Horrible Spreadsheet Format. XSF stands for XML Spreadsheet Format. So these formats are these are the formats which we use generally. So XLSX is for XSSF format, XSSF format, and if it is HSF, that is XLS format. So now our file is all XSSF. So what I'll do, I'll be going to create a file now. So one thing, you cannot create programmatic. You can create programmatically also, how we did yesterday, text file, but Excel file will not be compatible. You will get a compatibility issue. So it is not recommended to create a programmatically. So then how do we do? Then you need to have MS Excel. In case, MS Excel is not free, right? Everyone will not be having it. Okay, then what you do? So you can, if in case you want to go for license, it costs some 6,000-7,000 also. If you are okay, you can go. Otherwise, you can also use Open Office. There's Open Office. This is also again from Apache, Open Office. If you go to this site, they give you, see, Apache. This is from Open Office, Apache. Just like MS Office product, everything you will get from the Open Office. Still one more option you have, WPS Office. This is really good one compared to Open Office. So this also you have free and license, but you can go with the free one. So aram say your job will be done. So they have the all the MS Office package in this, so you can easily use them. Okay, that is a advantage. They don't call it as Word, they call it as writer, presentation, spreadsheet, PDF. So all you can get it and you can work it. The one step ahead, they also have apps for your phones also. Okay, so all these things you can try. So in case you don't have Office, then you can go with this. This solves your purpose. Same, see, Excel it have the same calculation. It is graphically more advanced comparatively. Okay, that is a thing. So next is let us use Excel. I have a licensed Excel on my laptop, so I'll be using the licensed one. So let me open Microsoft Excel. So I'll just open Excel, and here I'm going to create a. So this in Excel it is known as workbook. So in workbook we can have multiple sheets, the sheet 1, sheet 2, and all. Okay. In a sheets, there's no limit to create a sheet, and then you have multiple rows and multiple columns also. Okay. Now let us see how to read it. For example, I want to store name, city, pin code. Like this, we can store the data inside this. So this is known as a column, and this is known as a row. And one value is known as cell. So name, for example, Ravi, Raj. Okay. City, Bangalore. Okay, something like this. Okay, something like this. We have a data. So you want to read this data. So first you need to save this data. So where you have to save? You have to save anywhere in a project. It is recommended to save in the project where you are working, because it will be easy for you to access. Okay, so I'll go here. This batch is I'll just give a data. And here I was mentioning two formats, right? One is XLS, another one is XLSX. So if it is XLSX, that is 97 to 2004. It's a very old format, rare chance of using this. Now everyone is using the XLSX. Even if you try to save in this, it will warn you because it's an old version, right? I suggest you to go with the latest one. So everyone uses this now. So if you click on this, so the file will be saved with that extension. So now you save it, close it, and then I'll be pulling into the project now. So let me go here, and now let me go to the okay, .xlsx. Now, how do I read this data? Okay, so now for this again, I need to add a POI library. I have not yet added, right? I was just discussing on it. So we can go to MVN repository and then we can find it. So we can look for
Copy कर
POI.
देते.
Okay, and I'll just look for POI. So when you look for POI, you will get different POI CSV, POI, POI, XML, and we need one more Scratchpad. These are the okay. I think these two is enough. Let us try with the third one. Okay, so first we need to add a POI. Just click on this, and the latest version is 5.2.3. Go to this, copy this dependency. Okay. So this is the latest version, September release. And now I will look for over XML schema. Okay, so now this is the thing. So now if I import it, so now I should be able to read the Excel file. So let me create a new class. X. Okay, for this again, all the things. So I need to copy the path. Okay, XLSX. Next, I'll be reading. I'll be writing. As I mentioned, there are two different classes. So if in case if you are still using a old format, so then I will write here. Okay, so if it is Excel SX, then you have to use XSSF. Okay, and that is XML spreadsheet format. There's a class in there, we have to use that. So if it is XLS, so we need to write HSSF, horrible spreadsheet format. Okay, so now how do we write this now? So we need to write that with the, as I told, it is XSSF. So I'll be using XSF, XS workbook, and WB is equal to new X workbook. And then in this workbook, you need to pass the FIS. Okay, and then you have to handle this. So next, WB dot, okay, get sheet. So in the get sheet, I need to provide the sheet name. So what was the sheet? So our data was stored in, I'll think it is sheet 1. So let us confirm back. So sheet 1, sheet 2 here. So we can also open in IntelliJ, but it is not recommended to say right here because you cannot add here. You can just see the things. That's it. Okay. If you want to open outside IntelliJ, right click and you have to open in Finder. Like in, if you are using your Mac Windows, you will get Explorer. There you have to open the file. Okay. So if you want to add any data and delete any data, you have to do this way, not from the IntelliJ. Next, I'll be giving the sheet name, that is sheet. So two ways we can read. One is by giving the sheet name or by giving the sheet index. So how do we get the sheet name? So sheet index is also there. Get sheet at. Okay, get sheet at. Okay. So these are the two methods. So sheet at, and I will give the 0 is the first sheet actually. And 1 is the second sheet. Okay. 2, 3, 4 goes on. So as of now, it's 1 0 sheet. You can also give sheet name, and the sheet name can be modified, right? You can give any name of your choice. Next, I'll be storing this in a sheet, XSSF sheet, XSSF sheet, and sheet is equal to this. 1 second. Okay. I have given a sheet index, so it will read from that sheet. So now I will write sheet dot get row. So which row you want to read? In the Excel, it starts from 0th row. As per the POI, it is 0th row. If you just see as a manual, it will be first row, right? So I have to read from 0 and then get cell. So which column I need to read? Cell is nothing but a column here. So I'll just read a get column, 0th column, and dot get string value. So this will get you the string value. And when you get string value, it will return you also in a string and write a value. And now I want to print them. Okay, if you run this now, so what is the first value? Name, right? So it will print the name for us. Okay, so you got a name here. So if you want to read all the values, right? So you want to read like a table. So let me see how to do that. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to get the total rows, how many used. So I'll write int total row is equal to sheet dot get row count. So this will give you the total, not top row, sorry, dot get last row number. This is a method. This will give you the last used row, so that we need to know how many rows are used, so we can iterate it, right? So we'll write for loop for int I is equal to this less than or equal to row count and read this. So first we'll read the first one, see what's happening. Uh-oh. I did a mistake. See, I just, what I did, I gave 0. So 0 4 times, it printed name. So actually what I should do, I should pass this I in the row here. So when I pass I and row, so now what happens? It will print name, see, name, Ravi, Raj, and Arvind, right? So automatically, if you add one more value, it will read it here. Okay. So similarly, so this is about the name column. So we got a name. So next column we need to read, right? String, next is city is equal to this. So I will write the next column is equal to this one. That is 1. And here I will write name plus pipe symbol will use plus city. So if you run this now, you will get all the, see, name and city. Oh, good. So name and city. Okay. So it is printing. So what if pin code? So now guys, this is all string, right? Pin code is a numeric value. So it will not read now. If I read it, it will throw an error. So let me show you the error. So what gives the error? So then how to mitigate that also we have to see. So now pin code. So this is the next column and I'll write pin here. Okay. So pin. So now if I run this, so what happens? So you see, it throws an error for us. So it just was able to print name, city, and pin code, but the values didn't. So it is getting illegal state exception and cannot get a string as a value from a numeric cell. So it is treating that numeric value as a numeric cell. So it is not able to read. So what we can do here? So we can, I'll just open in the outside IntelliJ. Now, so to convert this into string, guys, we have two ways we can do. One, we can use a class, different classes there, that is data formatter in the POI. Using that also we can manage that. It converts that into a format from string into string. That way you can do, or you can add a single quote here. Okay, add a single quote like this. So if you add a single quote, this will convert automatically into a string now. So though it's a numeric value, so it return user as a string. So this is the one of the easiest way you can do. See, same code works now without any issue. What is another approach you have? So another approach is, so you can read from the another file format, another class is there. Using that, you can do that. So let me try that. That class name is data format. Data formatter dot is equal to new data formatter. So data dot, okay, add format. So here in this, I need to provide sheet dot get pronoun. For example, I need to get this. So I'll just pass this entire thing. Okay, this method is not there. What is happening? Sheet. Requires. Okay, not this one, I guess. Not art format, sorry. Dot format cell value. So this one. So in this, I need to provide sheet dot get get count 0, comma, dot get cell count is 2. That's it. So if you run this, this will get me in the string. Though it's a numeric, so it will get me in the pin code is equal to this. So I'll just go back to that Excel and I will remove the single quotes for this. Okay, now it works. So if you want to go with the normal way, you can also try. Both are valid. You can use. There is no harm in that. Okay, so you can. There's no problem. You can use it. So now you see, you can print here system dot out dot println pin. So let me run this pin 2. I'll write pin 1. So first one is anyway pin text. So now it should return me the numeric value. See, it is able to print. Now you want to print it in a form, all the values, then you can put that into a loop.
Arvind,
Here, tell me.
for the first cell, we have used this get I method in the previous class, right? Read XLS 1.
Ah,
So if I want to, because in cell also there can be multiple columns, right? If I want to use for loop there also, can we use it?
yeah, we can use it.
How to do that?
Enough. So can you repeat your question again? Let me understand it clearly before.
Yeah. So we have for the row count, we are using for loop, right? To print the name and everything. For the columns also, for the cell also, can we use the for loop for this?
Acha, this one, okay, this one you are telling, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay, yeah, we can do that also. Similarly, what we'll do, we'll get the this row count is like iteration of this, and here generally what happens in real time, columns might be less comparatively, rows will be more, data will be more, headers will be less. So in that case, you can go with index, or you can get the count also, like column count. Get column count.
Okay.
That way we can do. Wait, I'll just try to show you. This one method. There's a new this one. I want to get it. Get the column or cell something is there. Get column. Left column. This one. This will return you the number. Short. Okay, short is an integer type only. So it will return you that number. So based on that, you can do it. Okay, switch. Got it?
Yeah, okay. I'll try this once. Okay.
Okay. So like this, we can do it. Okay, now the another most effective way is using the next level. Now we have come up with a new thing. So that is called using the Faker library. So Faker library is a one more Java library, which we can use it to generate the data dynamically. Okay, you don't need to store anywhere. So the problem with Excel or anything, it takes long time. Like it takes a few minutes or few seconds of time to get all the values. So the real time, it will be a challenge. To avoid that, so we refer to the Faker one. So that will solve the problem. So let me try to show that. One second. Okay, now to use a Faker library, so let me use that. So I'll search for the Java Faker. Okay, so once Java Faker is searched, so you can add that into the project and you can do it. So let me show you. So let me go to Faker. And here, so the latest version, that is February 2020, and I'll be using 1.0.2. I'll copy this. Okay, now I can go to dependency and I'll add the dependency. Now I'll be importing it. Okay, so once this importing is done, now we can create a data. So see, let us see how we are going to read this. So now Faker library is very useful. So it will help you in multiple ways. So like, let me show you. So I want to read a name, like I want to read a first name. I want to create a first name, last name and all. So every time I cannot go to Excel and do it, right? It is just like a manual task. So many companies will, project managers or lead, whatever leads and all, they won't accept do this way because they think everything should be automated. They should save the time. So manual involvement should be minimal. Okay. So that is the reason they prefer to have these kind of libraries which can solve the problems. So let me show you practically how we are going to achieve it. Okay. So now, so I'm going to create a class. And one more thing, guys, they have very good reference document. You can go to this website. Okay. I'll just share this link as well. So this will give you this open, see everything, you will get a Git document of this. Okay. So you see the Faker library, how this is a dependency we need to add. This is a sample code to write and what all you can get data. So you can get these different type of datas from this library and you can use it in your test data. Also, it supports the different languages, not only English. Okay, you can use this language and you can like names. You want Indian names, you want Chinese names, Russian names. So days based, your client is a different country. You need an Arabic name. So it depends. Whichever names you want, you can just generate by using this library. So let me show an example. So now I want to create. So I'll write Faker, 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 and Faker, Faker is equal to new Faker. Okay, I'll just write Faker dot name dot. So you want first name, last name, everything is ready made, full name. So I'll go with full name. Okay, and this will return you the string. So string full name and anything variable. Okay, full is equal to this. So whatever the full name it gets, it will be storing in the full. Right, system dot out dot full. Okay, full. And now I'm going to run this. So when I run this, so you see, it is going to get some, see, Russell Walker. So if I run again, I will not get the same name. I get a Vincent Winder. Okay, so every time it is a different name. So if in case you want Indian name, so you can add one new class that is called locally and write the EN US names, you will get IND, India. Okay, if you add India, so you'll get Indian names. See, Bodev Chopra. So all Indian names you will be finding here now.
But
Okay.
where is it coming from, Arvind sir? It is
From
coming
that
from a
library.
library.
In that library, they will have millions of names, so it will just send you.
But what is the use of using this Faker library? Where will we use this?
Your test data. So for example, you want to register a form. You need all this data, right? Name, first name, last name, email ID and all. You can generate from this.
Mhm.
You want to fill the form, right? So you can generate. Instead of reading from Excel, this is another approach you can take.
Okay.
Okay. So that's how it is. Okay. Okay, this is how it will be doing the things. Now, so same way, I want email. So for example, I want to generate an email. So what I can do, name, it will run me, give me the name. See, it will just give me some name, first name it will give. Sorry, I'll just give first name. Only first name it will print, Indian first names. Okay, so I want to create an email. So dynamically I want to create, so I can do that now. So I'll just append to this plus. So we'll write at gmail.com. So if you run this, every time it will be different email, Gmail. See, Rajiv at gmail.com. Okay. So Suryakantam at Gmail. So every time it will create a different email IDs. Got it? So this is how we can make use of this library to do it. So if you create a reusable method, this will be one of the best thing you can do. You can create, you can explore that library. You can create a mobile numbers, you can create everything. So assume like you want to fill a form like this. So for example, go digit. So let me show you. Later I'll be giving this as an assignment also. Okay. So assume like you want to test this Go Digit website. It's an insurance product. I think it's very popular as Virat Kohli endorses this product, and one of the best one in it's a Bangalore-based startup. Okay, so for example, you want to test the flow of buying an international travel ticket in this one. What is that? Insurance. Okay, recently I bought for my future trip, so I bought it from this only. So then I automated this flow. Okay, so it's very nice, interesting site. So for example, I want to go for some country. So there are these built-in countries you want to go worldwide. For example, Schengen visa, it applies for 26 countries, excluding US and Canada. Like this, you can opt, or you want to go with the country, particular country. Like you're traveling multiple, this is a multi-select. So you can have multi-select, or you can type and find out. So I am planning to travel for Thailand. So it is not here. So I will search for the Thailand. So all this THAIL. So this data also you can get it from this one, Faker date. Okay. So that it automatically types here and click on next. So next I need to generate some data. I want to travel on some particular date. I'll just select this date and this date and click on view price. Okay. So I'll just give some date. And add view. So when I do this, so automatically, see, it is giving the comparison. So, okay, after doing this, it will ask you the enter the details, right? So let me show you. Now you need a full name, you need a date of birth is already there. So mobile number, email ID, these are the test data. So you can dynamically get that data and pass it here. And you can test that. Okay, don't do that. You can do it, not a problem. And it will be junk. Don't give some mobile numbers because they might get an SMS, OTPs and all others. But yeah, you can use some junk number 111, something like that. It will take. If there is no validation, see, for example, if I give 1111, I think they don't have validation. Otherwise, if they have validation, it will show you the error message. Okay. So like this, you can supply the data from there. Go ahead, Afzal.
Yes, Arvind sir. Yeah, noted.
Okay. So like this. In future, we'll be doing this as an assignment. Okay, so that's all about the Faker library, guys. This all you can explore this. You can do first name, last name, mobile number, so many things you can do with Faker library. So it's good if you explore it more. Okay, that's it. And I think collections I'll be taking in next class only, guys. I need another 1 hour for it. I don't want to rush. Okay, so let us stop here. So you have any questions I can take up? Otherwise, I will close it here.
Yes, Arvind, I have one. I have tried this double for loop and message in this chat box. Can you check once?
Yeah, 1 second. One second, Rituja, I'll come back to you.
Sure, sure.
Mm. What is this, Rutvij? What you're trying to do here?
So, for example, this row dot size is there, right?
Hmm.
So, row dot size will be this thing. We can get the count for the rows, the last count, which you have. I haven't used the exact method which you are using here, but my
Mhm.
logic says that inside this row dot size, there will be the count, the last row count, right?
Mm.
And then inside this, I'm also adding one more for loop for the column for the same thing. I'll get the
Mm.
column count. And then I'm
Mm.
printing this row and cell. So it will go like this, right? For first row, it will go and give the and print the values for the first column. Then the second
Mm.
row, it will print the for the third column, I guess. I just tried it. I mean, it can be wrong also.
Well, the same way, yeah.
So I'll
One
try this again and I'll show you.
Uh-huh. Try it out and we'll discuss, not a problem.
Okay, okay, I will do.
Okay. Yeah. So that's it, guys. Any more questions?